Hello everybody, welcome. I'm Toy welcome. In this reading I'm going to provide you is for February the February 22nd to basically the March 1st of 2025. So, in this reading I'm going to provide you is where these are going to be very circumstances that it's going to be very circumstances. So whether you're feeling weak, maybe you're feeling positive, or feeling negative, you need to understand about the way of how it's going to affect you. Yes, there are going to be things that you need to learn first, but you need to proceed with caution. That's the way it goes. But, the figure of speech that I'm going to tell you all is that this is the way it goes, where you're feeling all good, you're feeling all great, you're feeling whatever, but then you have to believe what you're going to do. That's the way it's going to be. This is the way it goes, where you're feeling all right, you're feeling all great, you're feeling, how it is, but then you need to understand the way it works. That's what it seems to be. You need to understand that how things are in that perspective way. That's the way it goes. You have to believe on how it is. You have to see what you can think. That's the way it goes. But then you need to believe that this is the way it goes, right? So that's why this is a good reason to understand that, because the way of how this is, you have to process the abilities from that right and wrong perspective, but that's the way it goes. So, in this oracle reading it says, Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenge. That's the way it goes. Where you have that belief that you can have your own challenges, your own beliefs, your own ways, but that's the way it goes. Right? You have challenges the way of how it goes. Everything has a challenge, whether it affects your health, whether it affects your body, your system, your money, whatever it is, your life. That's the way it seems to be. But then you need to understand that it's the way of how it can affect you, because that's the way it goes. You need to understand of how you can do it, but then that's the way it goes. It's the way of how you can do it. This is not a conversation. This is not the way it goes. But then you need to understand that, because when you're using judgment, you have the ability from that right perspective. But then you have to understand that, right? You have to believe that, okay, well, I got this, I'm going to do, but then that's the way it goes. This is like, it's not a promotion, it's not the way of how you can do it, but that's the way it seems to be. You need to learn from you have to learn from what you can, and you have to do what you can. That's the way it goes, right? That's the way it seems to be, okay? So, before I'm going to keep doing, this is the way it goes. So, if you hear any backward noise, I'm going to halfway stop, okay? But that's the way it goes. So, that's the way it seems to be. But for right now, basically of how it says at the moment, that's the way it goes. You need to believe that you can do it, but then that's the way it seems to be. So let me look at the first chart, and this is the way it goes. Here we go. So basically, on this point of being about this Chariot card reverse, it means that you have no progress. So you're having no progress, and the ability from that you think, okay, well, I don't have any progress. The ability from that having progress is where you need to understand the way how it goes, right? It's the way it seems to be. So, that's the way it is. But then that's the way it goes, right? You have to promote how you can do it, but then you need to understand that. And when things have to be in a perspective, you think that, okay, well, I got this and I know it's due. But then that's the way it goes, right? So, you need to have faith. You need to believe that you can do it. You have to understand what you're going through. But then that's the way it seems to be. You need to promote what you're doing, but then it's like, okay, well, I got this. When you have no progress, it's like you're not progressing about anything. That's the way it goes. So, let's see what's going on. So, the Chariot. I'll do it from the middle to the left, middle to the right. So, Queen Cups reverse, there's no empathy. King Cups reverse, there's no support. Taurus upright, there's transformation. Dog Stars reverse, there's no conflict. But the A Cups upright because you want to be an entertainer, you want to entertainment. That's the way it goes, right? So we deal with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But this is the way it goes, where everything is transforming, everything's changing, everything is, that's the way it goes. You have to provide what you're doing, but then that's the way it goes. Right? That's the way it seems to be. Between the middle to the right, for the reverse, there's incompletion. Judgment upright is you're going to take action. This is Cups upright is you're talking about the past. The reverse because there's no obsession. But the 9 wands is upright this fear. That's the way it goes, right? Because you're having fear, you're that's the way it goes. Right? When you have fear, you don't know what to do. You don't know if you're going to go from the left, right, and center. That's the way it goes. But then the ability from that perspective, you think, okay, well, this is the way it goes, but I need that clarification. I need to do what I need to do, right? That's the way it seems to be. So in this clarification, I'm going to clarify in the middle. The Hierophant is up right now because you want to have guidance, right? When you have guidance, you have abilities from that perspective. That's the way it goes. That's the way it works. And you have your own priorities. You have your own abilities from that right and wrong perspective. But then things will change. Everything changes for a reason. And in that reason, you need to learn about how you can do it, how you can process, how you can do things. That's the way it goes. You have to provide what you're looking for because that's the way it seems to be. And whether things will go, that's the way it kind of works, right? You have to understand about how's going on, what's going on with your own situation, and that's the way it goes. But then it's like, well, I don't have time for this. Yeah, you do have time for this. But then what's the key? What's the way of having motivation? That's the way it goes, right? So you have to understand that. But let me clarify the Hierophant. Queen Cups reverse, there's no empathy. Whereas that right there is completion. King Pentacles reverse, you're not a working person. Seven Cups is upright, where you have a delusion. The Knight of Pentacles upright gives you want to have trust, and the Emperor's upright gives you have structure and stability from that. The World's upright gives there's completion. Everything's completed. That's the way it goes. You have to do what you can, right? So you could use in a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could use in a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You could use in a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could use in a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio again. That's the way it goes, right? What's happening between the middle and the right? Swords reverse, followed by the Four of Wands is upright, followed by the Queen of Wands is upright, followed by the Strength of reverse. Yeah, I just said that you had no strength. So you have that ability where you have no strength left, and you're having low energy levels, and you don't know what to do, and that's the way it goes. It's like there's something that was wrong in that perspective, that's the way it goes. But then you have to think, okay, well, I know what to do. The Four of Wands does represent, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It does represent celebration. That's the way it goes. But then it's like, okay, well, God doesn't know what to do. But then that's the way it seems to be. Between the Strength card, I'm going to see what's going on. The Sun reverse. It means that you have negativity. When you have negativity, you don't know what to do. But then you think, okay, well, I know what to do, and that's the way it goes. Right? This is the way of how you can do it. Because you have to set your own strength, your own ability from the right perspective. That's the way it seems to be. And when you're in negativity, you need to get out of it. That's the way it seems to be. But then that's the way it seems to be. You need to understand that, right? That's the way it goes, right? That's the way it kind of seems to be. That. Between the middle and the left, I'll do that. Tower reverse, there's no transformation. The middle reverse, there's no misorientation. Lovers up right there, decisions. Lovers up right there, there's basically obsession. There's forgery, addictions, everything else, right? So that's represents Capricorn as a earth sign. The Hermit's up right gives you're having solitude. The Judgment's up right gives you're going to take action. The Wheel of Fortune is upright because you're having good luck. That's the way it goes, right? That's the way it seems to be, right? So you're going into this path where, you're in negativity and you're thinking, well, this is not good. You need to provide what you're looking for, but then that's the way it seems to be. You need to believe that you can do it, but then it's like that's the way it happens, right? You have that dignity, you have respect, you have, basically you have decisions that you're going to be doing. That's the way it goes. From the left side to the right side, let's see. Chart reverse, there's no program. Wisdom side, there's basically a skill that you have. The Sun card is upright because you have positivity. See, between this Sun card, you have that's reverse, that's negativity. You have the Sun card that's upright because you have positivity. So you deal with an Leo as a fire sign. And the Strength card is upright because now you have strength. So it does represent where you have, it does represent Leo again, but it does represent that where you can do it, but then that's the way it goes. You have to feel your own abilities from that perspective. That's the way it goes, right? You have to do what you can. Let's continue, shall we? So between the middle and the left and the middle and the right. So reverse, there's no transformation. The If that's for reverse, there's no ending. When in reverse, there's no manifestation. Where reverse, there's incompletion. The Hierophant stuff right is you want to have guidance. But just in reverse, there's no skill. The Fool stuff right, there's change. That's the way it goes. Between the middle and the right, the Fortune reverse, if you're having bad luck. The Emperor reverse, there's no structure. Just it's upright is you're telling the truth, or you're gonna, that's what you're gonna be doing. Hangman is upright is you have restriction. Sorry, it's upright, there's inspiration. No, I'm the old guy here. The High Priestess, there's no inner voice. The Empress reverse, there's no the Judgment reverse, there's no action. The Hermit reverse, there's no soul. Devil reverse, there's no obsession. But Chariot upright, you have progress. See, that's the way it goes, right? You need to have progress, but then you don't have any progress. That's the way it seems to be. You need to say, okay, well, I don't know what to do. I can't do it. I can't process it. I can't do things on my own. That's the way it goes, right? You need to believe that you can do it. You have to do what you can, saying, all right, well, I got this, but then you need to understand, right? This is like the way of how things are, and you have to do what you can. What's in the left side, what's in the middle, and what's in the right. So on the left side, you have the Ace of Earth. Inflow, abundance, a promising business venture, important document, or contract. Yeah, so you can do it in Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, because that's the way it goes. You're waiting for money in that perspective, and you need to go through what you're doing, but then that's the way it seems to be, okay? In the middle, you have the King of Air, is brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomat. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. Yeah, that's the way it goes, right? That's the way it seems to be. So if you do it in Gemini, Libra, that's the way it goes, right? And on the right side, we have the renewal, RTL Jeremiah, is review, evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Tends to move in a new direction. That's the way it goes. You're going to be going into that new direction where you need to do that, right? That's the way it goes. Where you're having a new direction way of where you can go, and that's the way it goes. You're going to be making progress. When you do that, you have that ability from that right and wrong, but then you have to do what you can. That's the way it seems to be, right? So you need to believe that you can do it. But in order to proceed with caution, you need to understand. I'm going to clarify that renewal card. And let's see. The Three of Fire is abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. That's the way it goes. We're going to have, basically, you need to have patience, right? You can't be impatient. You need to be patient, right? You're going to wait for that timing. That's the way it goes, right? You have to provide what you're doing, but then it's like that's how it seems to be, right? That's the way it goes. So you need to understand where you can do it, but then it's like, okay, well, I got this, I know what to do, I can provide what I'm looking for. That's the way it goes, because that's the way it seems to be. You have to know where you're doing, but that's the way it goes. If you deal with Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So that's the way it seems to be, right? So I am clarifying as much as I can. Let's see. We're going to look at these cards. And we have basically these cards that you're going to see in a minute. So let me clarify. So I'm going to clarify from the middle to the left. Middle. So the Seven Swords, there's the Sea. King of Star right, there's support. Three Wands reverse, there's no communication. Tower reverse, there's no transformation. Nine Cups reverse, there's no fulfillment. Three of Pentacles Star right, there's excitement. Yes, it is. Two Cups reverse, there's no relationship. Exactly. 10 Wands reverse, there's no burden. Hierophant reverse, there's no guidance. Page of Swords, there's no education. Temperance, there's no healing. Ace of Swords, right there's anxiety. Yeah, because you're feeling sad, whimpering, that's the way it goes. When you have no communication whatsoever, that's the way it goes. When you think, okay, well, I know what to do, but then that's the way it goes, right? That's the way it happens. You need to think, okay, well, this is the way it seems to be, and I need to understand that. That's the way how you can do it. But then it's like, okay, well, I got this. Between the middle and the right, let's see. So the Five of Cups reverse, there's no grief. Page of Cups reverse, Page of Pentacles reverse, there's no prospect. Strength card reverse, no bravery. Ten of Cups reverse, there's no delusion. Knight of Wands, upright, there's immaturity. Yeah. The Empress is upright, there's nourishment. Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles upright, there's trust. Yeah. Ace of Swords upright, there's understanding. Yeah. Go for it, reverse, you're having bad luck. Yeah. Just for yours, you're not telling the truth. Basically, you're lying. That's the way it goes. Page of Wands reverse, there's no invention. But then the Queen of Wands is upright, there's charisma. Yeah, that's the way it goes. So, you're acting like you're being immature. You don't know what to do. You're like saying, forget this, I gotta go. That's the way it seems to be, because you need to provide what you're looking for. And you have to, based on that reality of saying, okay, well, that this is the way it goes, right? This is the way it happens. So I'm going to say who's who in this situation. So here we go. And let's see on the left side. The Altar Priestess is preparation, prayer, sacred ritual. Yeah. So you're going to have preparation. Yeah, you're going to have preparation because you're going to have anxiety. You're going to have no communication. That's the way it goes. But then you have to provide what you're looking for in that basis, and then you have to do what you can. You maybe pray or something, but that's the way it kind of looks, right? That's the way you need to understand it. In the middle, let's see, you have the Spirit Whisperer, divine guidance, higher knowing. Yeah. So you could be having higher knowing without having any guidance, but then you need to believe that you can do it, but then that's the way it seems to be. You need to provide what you're looking for, but that's what it's based on, right? Because you need to do what you can and say, alright, well, I know what to do, but then that's the way it seems to be, right? That's the way it kind of goes, okay? And on the right side, let's see, the Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. Yeah, that's the way it goes. You could be feeling manipulated because you're not feeling so good. Maybe you're, having all these negativities, whatever it is. Because you need to face that. You need to face about what's happening, right? Because you need to believe what you're looking for. That's the way it seems to be. So you need to believe that, okay, well, God doesn't know what to do, but then that's the way it seems to be, right? So, that's the way it kind of looks, and this is the way it seems to be. You need to understand how it is one or another, but that's the way it goes, right? That's the way it seems to be, and you need to understand that. So, I hope you all like this video. Please give a like, please give a comment, because this is the way it seems to be, and this is the way it goes. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and I'll see you next time, and have a good time. And by the way, thank you, and bye.